last week, we had the pleasure of having such a beautiful woman who has created strides in an industry that almost never exists. She just comes up and says, you know what, this is what I want to do because this is what I've been through as an individual and I want to help other people out there get out of it. Well, welcome to Today's Woman, where we celebrate a woman every week. And guess what? We asked her to come back because that was how beautiful the conversation was, and 30 minutes was not enough to delve into all of the good things that she has done, not just in her life, but in the life of other people and everyone she comes across. I went through her Instagram page 2 days after the interview and I kept saying, wow, wow, wow. Well, she is a transformational wellness architect and sound healer who has dedicated her life to awakening women over 40 to their most radiant, powerful selves. As founder of Obafeyikemi Wellness, she masterfully weaves ancient healing traditions with cutting-edge wellness practices, orchestrating profound sound bath experiences, sacred cacao ceremonies, and sensual embodiment journeys that reconnect women to their deepest truth. Her signature transformative gathering, Still Reset and Fleur de Lurs, has become sanctuaries where mid-life women shed limiting beliefs and steps into their sovereignty. Through her poetic storytelling and lived wisdom born from her own journey of resilience and radical reinvention, she doesn't just guide transformation. She ignites revolution of self-love and authentic expression. She champions the revolutionary concept of soft living, empowering women to reclaim not just their power, but their pleasure and peace. Her work transcends traditional wellness, creating a movement where women over 40 rise as the unapologetic architects of their own extraordinary lives. Ladies, gentlemen, hermaphrodites alike, I have the pleasure of having in the studio for the second time. Nobody has ever come second time. Oh, princess, yes. No. Wait. She is Princess Obafeyikemi Luther.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is who you are. And last week was so insightful. It brought me to a place of understanding that healing is possible.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned something last week. You said, name it, I've gone through it all. Anything a woman could go through, I have gone through it. From losing a child to losing friendships to loss as something that is quite. It's hard to see someone who will talk about what they have lost. Everyone is quick to say, "Oh, I gained this. Oh, yes, I gained this." Why do you do what you do?
I think the understanding that loss is also a gain. The day that I realized that pain is actually a transformational tool. We can't be the same if we've experienced pain, right?
Right.
So pain allows you to go deeper. It allows you to begin to actually understand who you are and your strength. Like, I would have never called myself someone who was strong. I always thought that I was faltering, or I wasn't meeting up to what the world's standards showed. Until one morning I woke up and I was like, sorry, I was going to swear. I've allowed myself to start swearing these days.
Like,
so,
darn it.
Darn it. You know, Obafeyikemi, you've thrived through a lot of things that other people would have taken their lives, other people would have gone into depression, other people would have struggled to still show up smiling, still seeing joy in the world. And for me, I realized that everything is a choice. You know,
right?
And when I say that, people never understand. But because I've actually faced situations, I remember last week I was telling you about postnatal depression,
yes,
and not knowing what it was, but realizing that there was a choice that I made. And that choice was not something that I thought about, but seeing and knowing that depression is something that you can actually sense as it's coming. Right? Seeing that sadness or anger or things are things that you can feel, and in a split second you decide yes or no. Am I going to enter this state or am I going to stay neutral?
Right.
Right? So it was something that I noticed. There were times where depression used to seriously cripple me. Like a long time, a lot of people didn't see me. When I found out my daughter was autistic, when I lost pregnant, all these things that I've been through. I went through a lot of periods that I didn't know was depression. I didn't know that you could be smiling and depressed. Do you understand?
Right.
I did not know that. But it was so critical the day that I realized that I used to have this dark cloud that would come. And it was like I could see the cloud, right? And when I say see in my third eye kind of thing, I would know that it was coming. And immediately there's something in NLP that you change your state. And I would change my state. So I would play music. I would start to do something else. I would go outside. I would, just change my position in some way to shift that atmosphere that wanted to come. And that's when I realized that when we change our state, we can change our mind, right? I was even telling Pamela this morning that, mindset is so important. Shifting your mindset from a way that you see things to another way. I always used to think that, maybe being poor or whatever was, it's actually a mindset. It's a state of being. You either choose that I want to see things different, because you look at people and you're wondering, they're not better than me. They don't have 3 heads. But they've decided that this is how they want to view the world. They've decided that this is how they want to pursue things. They've decided that this is how they want to show up in the world. And the day that I decided, and even up until recently, I will actually call myself the what's it called? When you fall down, you stand up. You fall down, stand up. Yeah. Like I would say that
too many times.
Dust yourself.
Like you're dusting yourself up and just moving on.
I believe in you can always restart.
And that is where Still Reset was born.
Still Reset was actually born from the fact that I look at all my friends. I have a lot of high achieving friends. Like, name it. This one is CEO here. This one is on. This one. But all of them they don't know how to pause. They don't know how to stay still.
Is it a woman thing?
I don't think it's just a woman thing. I think that men are more able to say, darn it.
Darn it. That's what we're going
to say, darn it, and just go and do the thing that they need to do, right? But I am seeing now that men are struggling too, right? Because men carry a lot of bags.
Right.
Women carry plenty bags and hats and purse and this one.
Too many feathers in the hat.
Guys carry a lot of weight, right? And guys have not been given the tools or they have not allowed themselves to be open to the tools to be able to still reset, right? So that's why this time I said to myself, okay, we're always saying we want things to change. And me, I'm guilty. Like, I have to say, in fact, this morning I was telling one of my male friends that I knew before. And I said to him, I don't have that many male friends anymore. There was a time that I was a guy's girl. Like, I only had male friends.
What happened?
And then, of course, marriage and things. And then I just dropped all my male friends. And then I just focused on building female friendships. And female friendships have really been my backbone. They have been really what has... But there's a place for balance, right? You do need male and female.
Absolutely.
So I would always say to myself, why can't the men go and find their own thing? Let them do it. Like, I look, anytime if I to bash man, I'm there first. But then I have boys. I have sons. And I have sons who I want to grow to be men that... I tell my boys, the day that a woman will come home and tell me that you are the cause of her problem, I will take you out the same way I brought you in.
Okay.
Especially as a woman who talks to women and who fights for women, who understands women. It would be terrible if my boys were now like the people that we complain about. Exactly. So for me, Still Reset was an opportunity for people to just come and just breathe. And just say, you know what, right now, the troubles of the world, the heaviness, the loneliness, and midlife rebirth. When we enter midlife, so many things change and we don't understand these changes. And we just keep on. But meanwhile, your body has changed. Your psychology has changed. The physiological makeup of everything has changed.
Right.
And so we have to understand that this is now a time where we must begin to rest more. This is a time where you must begin to pour more into yourself. In fact, there's a fact that Pamela and I are sharing this week about estrogen in women and how when your estrogen levels dip, women become less motherly. Right? So estrogen is all about the feel good, it's all about
the soft life.
It's all about, oh no, my baby.
But do you think that just maybe they've been taxed with the responsibility of shouldering more than they can carry? That's why estrogen actually goes down. Or dips.
So it is part of God's plan, right? Or the creation. At a point in your life, at an age when your eggs, you're no longer producing, you're no longer bringing life into the world.
Right.
It's now time for you to focus on yourself. And midlife is that point where because we're in Nigeria, I'm going into my UK things, they call it the crone age. That's the wise woman, the older stage. You're now supposed to be a sage. You're now supposed to be a sharer of information. You're now supposed to be the one guiding the younger women, telling them to come, telling them to please. This is the way that it was done. That's how it used to be in the old days, where grandmothers or women over 50 would begin to share knowledge, share information, teach the younger women about healing and nurturing and understanding. And these are the recipes that we had for this. This is the way that you do in your marriage. This is the way you do in your home. But as those things began to change because of modern woman and everything, they became a gap, right? But women don't understand that this is the time where you are now entering your wise woman age.
Right.
People ask me all the time that why have I allowed my grey to
it's
grow?
Beautiful, by the way.
I have earned every single grey hair on this head. And for me, it's not about old age. It's about my rebirth. It is about me. It's a new beginning for me. This is not aging.
Right.
This is me youthfully growing into my
self.
Right.
Yourself.
And this older woman stage where now I'm not afraid of my sensual self. I'm not afraid of my womanness. I'm not afraid to be open about my feelings and how I feel. If I like someone, I'm going to shoot my shot. If something is interesting to me, if I have a desire, I'm more willing to voice it out than to be afraid. And that's why when you're looking at celebrities or things, you find that when women get older, they become unapologetic. It's almost like, no, this is my time.
This is who I am.
This is who I am. Take it or leave it. They are more steadfast in searching for their own pleasure, their own power, their own peace. Like, this is what I want to do in the world. This is how I want the world to view me. So it's not about pleasing your parents, your spouse, your children.
You're not going to be a people pleaser anymore. You're going to be who you are.
I have been a people pleaser. Like, my son and I sat down and we were trying. He said, "Mommy, what's the difference between nice and kind?"
Ooh.
Thank you. I'm bringing up intellectual children.
Yes,
this is a 12-year-old.
Oh, yes, you are.
He said there's a difference between niceness and kindness. Niceness is about making people like you. It's a people-pleasing thing. Kindness is a state of being. It's being kind in letting you know that, Obafeyikemi, you're not walking the right way.
Right.
And because I love you, I'm going to tell you the truth, even though it's hard.
Even though it's not nice.
Even though it's not nice, I will tell you the truth. In love. Right? But be nice is, even though it's paining you, you're saying that thing because you want to be seen and, and appreciated and liked and whatever.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And that's a people-pleasing attribute.
Yes. Right now, I'm kind.
I
don't want to be nice.
That is such profound words. The difference between nice and kind. There's nothing you took away from this entire conversation. I hope you take that away.
And take away still reset.
And still, of course, still reset. I was thinking about something you said about pain being transformative. You using pain to your own advantage. But when I think about healing, do people really heal?
Healing is not tidy. Healing is not a perfect package that you tie a ribbon on top.
No way. Like,
healing is messy. Healing is ongoing. It's not I'm healed. No.
right.
It's an everyday process that you keep on, refining. I told you last week about the rape incident.
Yes.
And I said that how for many years I thought, I'm healed. Until I realized that I wasn't. I wasn't healed. I'm healing. I'm still healing. It's easier for me to now talk about the incident. I don't falter when I talk about the incident. I don't break down in tears when I talk about the incident. But there are things that it's still difficult for me to trust men. It's still difficult for me to be in certain situations with a certain type of man. I realized that I started, being more pulled towards feminine, soft men, but I was afraid of masculine men. And I realized why, right? Because men who came across as, testosterone filled reminded me of my
situation,
rapist, right? So a man who was more effeminate or more feminine was not threatening to me. Right? So I found that I was attracting men who were, either were gender confused or something, or they were more feminine in their behavior because I wasn't threatened by that. So it showed that I still had some healing to do. Now it's getting better because I acknowledged it.
Acknowledged it. That is what a lot of people are run away from.
Yes.
Admitting that this happened. You know how in the situation where you recollected last week about the rape incident, there's some people who would act like it never happened and they shut their heads to it and they don't even try to remember the entire situation. How do you help those kind of people heal at Still Reset?
So Still Reset is not geared towards that. Still Reset creates a sacred space for people to come and just lay down their burdens. Now, when they come and lay down their burdens in that atmosphere that is intentionally created, right? Everything from what you smell to the music that you hear is all planned to help your soul and your heart. So we're connecting with our heart and our solar plexus because those are the places where you need to be grounded in to begin to allow yourself to open up. Now, when you come into that atmosphere, what will happen is that you'll see people, their shoulders will drop. Some people start crying.
It's like a connection between mind, body, and spirit.
It is. So that is what my whole purpose is, to bring the three things together. And, it's such an amazing thing to see because I don't have to do anything. I just have to create the space for people to feel safe and secure, to set the intention and to change that atmosphere, to be able to know that my intention for this event is to heal or to begin the healing process. Or for people to then, after they leave, people will tell me, oh my God, I called my therapist. Oh my God, I called. So that allows them the space to then begin to sit with themselves.
Right.
And it's in sitting with yourself that source, creator, whatever, begins to give you the downloads that you need because all the tools are already within us. So my job is just to allow you. I'm not coming with anything. I don't have any, amazing
what you have
tools.
is a wealth of experience.
It's experience and the fact that I have walked in your shoes and I can guide you as a sister, as a mother, as a person to stand by you. I'm not showing you. I'm not trying to tell you, here, take 10 tablets. That's not my job. My job is to allow you to rest on me, to be a shoulder to hold you and hold space for you.
Obafeyikemi.
My job is to see that my name was created as a God gave me this one to care for, to pamper. So that's my job. My job is to care for you, to pamper you, to make you know that you are safe and secure. So when I was even choosing a name, Obafeyikemi Wellness was so apt because God had already provided so even if I use Dedenola, Dedenola means to balance inside wealth and just succor and soft life, right?
The soft life, yes.
Soft life. So God had already, and for me, again, when I speak about God, I speak about it in a more large, because anyway, let's not go there before we finish 30 minutes again. But basically, Still Reset is that place where you come to be cared for and to be pampered, and so that you are just okay. You are able to face
a lot of people out there are carrying burdens.
They're not okay.
Even when you think that they are okay, when they say they're okay,
the more perfect they look.
I like how you said something about depression, where you can be smiling and be depressed. You can be happy. You can be, because I heard a story of a young man who jumped off the 3rd mainland bridge and he was good. He was fine. It was the life of the party. Yeah. That's why a lot of people would say, look at the life of the party and let your attention be drawn to them, because they are not really okay.
Hello.
They are not really okay.
We know them. Yeah. At the time when I was the loudest and the most whatever, that was my lowest point. My lowest point, yeah.
You have walked in the shoes of someone who, I dare say, should not be okay. But you're okay, and you've found ways to help other people be okay as well. With Still Reset. We hear it's happening on the 14th of September.
The 14th of September at the Pier Harbour Hotel. If you follow at Obafeyikemi _Luther or at Obafeyikemi _Wellness, the details will be on there going up from today. There's a link in my bio that says Still Reset 2.0 Reimagined. Please click on it. We only have 25 slots because we can't do more than 25 people, because it's a very intimate environment and a very, as I said, intentional that we're creating. And we're really, we know that we could have big numbers. It's easy, but to do what we want to do, intimate and exclusive. And so, and the hotel, beautiful. There's going to be an outside grounding in the gardens, because getting back in touch with nature, very important. Then there's going to be just a moment for you to be able to have exercise by Pilates by Oyin. It's going to be doing exercise, gentle exercise and breathing. And then we have self-massage and either candle making or massage, or the art of self-massage by Ogenetega. And I also chose these women because these are women. Onya and I have walked a lot together as well. I walked the path of healing together. Sometimes people ask you to choose, all these I feel like I've gotten to the place where I want to be intentional about the people that I choose. And for me, names are good.
Right.
But I want people who have walked and who have done the things silently in the background.
Can you believe it's 30 minutes already?
I know. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, I have had the pleasure of having this beautiful conversation with Princess Obafeyikemi Dedenola, a transformational wellness architect and sound healer who is dedicating her life every day to help everyone heal, not just women now, because yes, everyone carries a burden, everyone carries something that is weighing them down, and you just need to still reset. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence again.
And it's important to realize that sometimes the work, you may not think you're doing the work, but I realize that every day I pick up the phone, every person that I talk to, somehow I'm providing encouragement and motivation. I was looking through my page as well, and I was like, but have you been doing? But I realized that every time it has always been encouraging, motivational, just letting people know that there is still gold at the end of that rainbow.
Thank you